All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live Thursday, Keeping It Rio. This is episode number 68, Jeremy, and you know what the title of today's episode is?
What is it?
Best damn episode.
Boom.
You want to know why?
Why?
Gonna have to stick around after our intro and listen to us BS for a minute, and then you'll find out. So Here we go. All right. What was that, Jeremy? It went live just at the wrong time, didn't it? Sometimes that happens, but it's always the right time here at Keeping It Rio. So anyway, what's going on there, buddy? It's episode 68, the best damn episode. And that's because we're going to have a best damn guest here shortly, awaiting the arrival of a couple of our guests, one of our co-hosts as well. So while we're doing this, I'm trying to share this stream to my Facebook so that more people can enjoy the greatness that is Keeping It Rio. And I'm going to ask, let's see, share. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right. I meant to do that during the podcast intro, but anyway, let's see. We've got some comments already coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, previous guest on Keeping It Rio, we've got John over from Ball Street representing. He's ready to go. So, John, we hope you're having a wonderful day. We got Chuck and Jeremy. We're waiting for Eric. He gave us a call just a moment ago that he's actually with a homeowner, so we're not going to stress on that. And we're going to have a special guest here shortly as well. So, before we do all that, Jeremy, how the hell are you doing today, my friend? How's everything going with you?
Always good, Chuck. Always good. Trying to stay cool because it's so damn hot. But yeah, living the dream.
Anything cool happened today? It's a pretty productive day, right? I think I had a good day. Did you?
Pretty good day for sure. Yes, sir. Had a lot going. Ran around the city quite a bit and did some cool proposals, did some inspections. So got a lot done today. Got a lot accomplished.
Having fun every day. That's what we do at Rio Blanco. So that was cool. We had our buddy Ant with us. He made a cool little video earlier that I was going to try to share, but I'm too dumb to know how to do all that stuff, even with all the screens. But go check that out on one of our Facebooks and see what's up. But not everything is happy, as we know. There was a thing that happened earlier this week, and before we got too deep into the Keeping It Rio episode today, because it is going to be a pretty fun one, I believe, definitely want to give a shout out to our friend Ben Menchaca, who passed away unexpectedly. That was a pretty jarring thing to find out, and
yes, sir,
a lot of people were affected by that. It was kind of crazy when you see the outpouring that people gave of stories where, this guy would just call you and just kind of randomly just check in and say, hey, what's up? I appreciate you. You're doing awesome. Ben was a guest on Keeping It Rio. He was one of the best ones we ever had. I was sharing his videos with our new trainees just to kind of get them, seeing what it was all about. So that was really a big hit for everybody. And, rest in peace for sure, Ben. He was a good dude. His impact will be going for God knows how long. I'm sure before it's all said and done, it's going to be millions of people. Just kind of sad, though, that it was cut short like that. So I got another Jeremy. What's going on there? Is there another Jeremy?
Nah.
It's actually Eric. Check this out. He's got the name Jeremy going on. We got a funny guy in the house today.
Oh, dude, J squared.
We got a funny guy in the house, everybody. Eric, how's it going for you? You were just busy doing some stuff, right? Eric, turn your microphone, buddy. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Eric. Turn on your microphone. Come on. What's going on?
Not much.
Oh, how you doing? You're just changing your name back.
I thought he might have been on here already, so I was just.
Were you scared?
No, I was just gonna mess around.
You're not gonna need to mess around, bro. I got you covered with that. the first thing I've got on the doctrine is the cage fight. So
That's
your
not-
commentary will be shared shortly
we don't need to
thereafter
talk
that
about that.
topic. We're waiting on our guest, but we're checking in, seeing what's going on today. How's everything going with you today, Eric? You having a great day as well? Chuck and Jeremy over here, we had a blast.
Yep.
We've got. Do you want to tell us how you're doing, or do you want our guest?
I don't care. Let's
All right, we're bringing the freaking guest on because nobody wants to hear you anyways, Eric. You always kind of drag the shit down. So we're going to bring some energy. Ladies and gentlemen, our very special guest is well known worldwide. Everybody loves this dude. Multiple personality type things. You know, we've got Bigg Time, BDR. We've got the Freedom Fighter. We've got everything going on. So I'm super pumped up. I've been for like a week. Let's bring our guest right now. Bigg Time.
Oh,
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Bigger from Canada, our buddy BDR. Thank you for being on Keeping It Real, my friend. We are big fans and we appreciate your time. We know how sought after you are in the world, and we understand your importance. So thank you for taking the time to chill with us for just a minute.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you having me on the show, guys. It was a pleasure meeting you in Florida, and I'm glad I can be on the show and we can discuss anything that you want to talk about. So I'm down. I'm an open book, buddy. Hit me.
I got some things to talk about for sure. There's some current events going on, but also we wanted to talk about past events. There in Florida, you did something kind of cool, right? You stepped in a cage and you got in a fight with Lee Haight in front of about, 750 roofers?
It was pretty amazing.
You did that on short notice too, which is pretty badass. And I gotta ask you this. Going in, I mean, you were considered the betting underdog, obviously, because of the short notice and because of all that stuff going on. But I personally felt like you put on a damn good showing, my friend. You had a guillotine damn near locked in. You were cinching in, and there for a brief moment, we felt like BDR was about to, maybe go off script or do whatever was going on there and take the damn thing out. So how did that all play out for you? What was the training going into the fight?
I didn't get much training in due to I have so much stuff on the go. So I was my first roll ever. I never rolled with anybody. So that was so I did technique training in a local dojo where my children go to jiu-jitsu. So I just did technique. So, I mean, that's how you see I was able to flip Lee. I was able to use some techniques, but I never actually put them into battle. So it was my first time. I've been in bar fights and stuff over my, growing up in fights, but that was my first jiu-jitsu match. And you know what happened? When he took me down, I actually dislocated my finger. And if you watch the fight, when I roll and get on top, you'll see me. I popped it back in. So the first 30 seconds into the fight, my check engine light's coming on. I'm like, oh shit! I chipped a tooth. So it was real. I didn't wear a mouth guard. I didn't really know So I showed up there. Lee's like, you don't have anything to fight in? I'm like, dude, I just wore my roofing shirt and a pair of fucking track pants. He's like, you're fucking kidding me. I'm like, not at all, bro. You brought me here to entertain, So he gave me his I guess they call it a rash guard, and he gave me some of his stuff so I kind of looked better than I did because I'm a roofer, man. So, but I really enjoyed it, and what Lee's doing for the industry is amazing. So, although I had short notice, I still went to training. I still tried to go running more. I got off smoking pot. I stayed off the booze for the time being, and I think what he's going to do is he's actually going to. With this thing he's created, he's going to actually get better people in the industry and guys that are trash talking. Although me and Lee never had any argument prior to the fight, but what he's going to do is people that are going to have arguments, they're going to settle them in this blue collar ring. And you know what? They're going to come out better people. They're going to shake hands and they're going to settle their differences. And in martial arts, I mean, it makes you a better person. It teaches you to be a better person and control your anger, right? So the whole idea of what Lee's doing, I really, I give it up for him, man. And I told him right off the bat that I'd help him with anything that he wants, promotion-wise, and, being involved with anything I can. So me and Lee are working together on a couple different things right now, and my hat's off to him. He's a great guy. And if you noticed, you couldn't knock the smile off my face that night. I had a great. It was one of the best events I've ever been to in the roofing industry, and I stand by that. I think that was the best event I've ever been to, and I've been to many. So,
yeah, I got your back on that 100%. And I do want to mention something. You just brought up trash talking and taking out problems. Jeremy and I were there at the fights, as you recall. We were sitting in the second row, so we watched everything closely. We were very able to analyze it and understand the fight game. there were legends of mixed martial arts in the crowd. You know, we understand what's going on, but I was streaming it live, and Eric over here was watching. He wasn't there.
Yeah, and I know
So
I heard no
after-
backstory. I heard none of that before. So
All right, well, you're about to hear it, Eric, because I'm about to get you and BDR to fight in a cage next year and shake hands at the end. So Eric was kind of giving his commentary about it, and he felt as though Lee, you know, won the fight handily. I didn't agree. We both said that it was a evenly contested fight, obviously for the training disparity and so forth. First time you've ever been in a cage. Kudos to you, but Eric over here,
Yeah,
he actually said that he would probably whoop up on you if he got the chance. So here's a chance.
I'm actually training now for jiu-jitsu, so I'll gladly tie you up in a knot if you want to. Want to do this? Want some?
What's up, Eric? I told Eric I was going to do it. He didn't think I would, but yeah, he was. He was talking some shit about your fighting. Jeremy and I saw it. We were right there. So I mean,
think Eric's training right now. Eric, show him 12 ounces.
Eric is training. He's following your training regimen as well. He's a roofer. He's out there doing his thing. So that's pretty good. He is indeed. Eric, show us what you got here.
Yeah, that a boy. That's the best training I can offer too, buddy. I did have 4 beers before my match, though, just in case anyone was wondering.
Okay. I mean, you have to stay calm out there. A question about something that happened a little bit before that, though, right? You're in the room, and you kind of did a sneak attack move, which I thought was brilliant. You know, with the differences and the short notice, you found an opportunity, right? You went in, freaking smashed Lee with a beer, put him down.
Going on, so we kind of like set that up with his he has a big team that works with him. Courtney, great individual, she's his accountant, and then of course, you know, Nick, that's kind of like his right hand man, videographer. So I'm like, dude, like we got, like, because that's what I do. I'm an entertainer. I draw attention, right? That's what I do. So I was like, we get these they're called sugar bottles, right? And I'm like, they wanted me, so we bought 4 of them, and I was like, we didn't know when we were gonna do it. It kind of just like, they're like, go and hit him with it. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, but his kids were on stage. I'm like, I can't do it. His kids on there. So like, he's like, they kind of like, it was because, and they actually cut him. I felt bad. Like Lee had a big cut on his face. I was like, so it's kind of cool that way. Like, so people, I think Jacko was looking at me, and Jacko Willink was like, I was almost going to get pumped out. Like, he's like, help this guy. So, but that's kind of what I do, like shocked. You know, you've seen my videos, right? So that's just kind of how I do things. And it makes an event out of it, right? I like to make people laugh. I like to make people watch. So I had to kind of do what I came there to do. Lee wanted me to do videos there and kind of entertain the crowd. So that was kind of where that developed from.
That was super entertaining. And I'll tell you, we were sitting pretty close, and I think we thought the same thing about Jocko. It was like, dude, this guy's a Navy SEAL, and if he doesn't know what's going on, there for a split second, I didn't even think about the kids, but it was like, dude, like that guy, he's intense. I saw him in the gym the next morning, and it was like, sir, yes, sir. You know, I'm not even gonna. I was gonna die like 30 minutes before I stopped, but I was afraid to. And like, we were worried that Jocko was gonna, you know.
I thought his training was gonna kick in. He was gonna take you out.
I was a little worried. I was like, because we just, like I said, we didn't tell anybody. We just kind of did it, right, for the shock value. So it was just, I mean, that's how I work it, right? I kind of like do a little surprise stuff. You see my videos. It's kind of my thing. So it's an element to talk about. We're talking about it right now, so it did its duty, right? It had its point. So
it was absolutely hilarious. We loved every bit of that. So you do bring up a good point. The BDR, you know, obviously BDR is your persona that does your video content, which we think is hilarious. I've been a fan for years. I think Jeremy, one of his first memories in the industry that was so cool was that you were at the IRE in Dallas, like maybe 3 years ago, and he got a picture with you, you know, and it was like, that was his intro into roofing. And we watch your videos all the time. We love the comedy. We understand what it is, right? I believe in your Facebook, the first thing that it clearly identifies is that it's a fictional character. Your fictional character's fallen under fire a little bit here recently, though, right?
Well, I think people think it's falling under fire, but literally that was, a lot of people don't understand how I have a thing, and it's called skid marketing. So I've been shadow banned because of my content. It's outrageous. So what I literally done is utilize the people that hate me to share my content. So they finally bit on the hook. They swallowed the hook, and they went the line, sinker, gone. And As you've seen today, I released my new song called Fuck Yourself. I've been working on it for 5 months. So with the help of the Left Mob, they actually helped promote my song. The best promotion I've ever done with anything I've ever done with, but I utilized my enemy to actually promote our new song, which was exactly about what they hate. You know, it was a joke about me charging 25% interest just because of your political view. Because in the satire show, my enemy, my nemesis would be Dick the homeowner, right? So we have the right-wing conservative and extremist left. And of course we clash, and I never do his roof. He's always chasing me down for the down payment that I took. I always sleep with his wife. I never do his roof. You know what I mean? So the left really just will believe anything you say out there. A lot of them, like the hard-leaning left, and they just went with it. And then it was one of the best promotions I ever had for my new song that came out. So I was actually proud of that. It's called skid marketing, so it works every time.
It's brilliant. And I mean, you're the master of it. There's no doubt about that. I was seeing all kinds of stuff, and it's like, man, like there's no such thing as bad publicity if you really think about it, you know, and utilizing that to your advantage is just
this
next
week
level.
Over $137,000 worth of roofs for my company. So that was just in 5 days, and everyone that signed up this week was like, I'm using you, don't care what the quote is, but I love you, love what you do, right? It was they felt like people like, oh, you're gonna lose your business. And I'm like, Karen from Oregon is never gonna buy my tool line, right? These people that are so upset, they're not working anyway. They're not the construction class. The construction class have a sense of humor. You work in a job where if you don't have a sense of humor, you don't last, because it's a hard job and everybody has to have a sense of humor, and that's how the day goes. So all my clients, whether it be clients that I do the roofs for or people that I sell stuff to, we're all the same type of people. And I'm a small roofing company, so I can't I can't take every client anyway. I'm pretty much booked out for the whole entire year now. So I mean, everyone's saying I canceled Bigger Roofing. I literally shut the page down myself to give it more effect and make people, oh my God, it's canceled, right? It ain't fucking canceled. I'm gonna have a song come out in 4 days, gonna blow your socks off. Right.
Oh my God. I love it. So the BDR character is absolutely brilliant. Some of the greatest stuff we've watched. And I think we put our trainees through BDR training more than we do, you know, sales training, just because you need to know. Where'd the idea come from? Obviously we're roofers and we get bored and we're just kind of hanging out and doing stupid shit. And at some point that just evolved, and now you're a worldwide phenomenon. Well, how did that all work?
The way it started, like, okay, I give free roofs away every year. So I give somebody has gone through, maybe like the one I gave to, they lost their granddaughter and they couldn't afford their roof. They had to pay the money they had for the roof, and to pay for their 2-year-old granddaughter that they lost for her funeral. So I gave them a free roof, right? So I usually get people to help me sponsor, like maybe IKEA or whatever company will give me a discounted shingle or free shingles. And this was going back like 10, almost 9 years ago. And I was just like, I'm going to smoke a couple joints on the roof, drink some beer, and make a funny video. And they're like, obviously they're getting a free roof. And I made a rap song, and it was called The Best Damn Roofer. And I just kind of put it together. And one of his name's Ed. He used to own a roofing company and used to be my where I get my material from, Home Roofing. He gave me a bunch of free iPads from IKO. And I never had made a video in my life. I was a musician. So I just literally took this iPhone pad or whatever it was, and it had a movie maker on it, and it had iStudio on it. So I created the song because I had musical talent, and I just started working and making videos. And I made the video, put it out, and I got like 10,000. I think I got 5,000 views the first day, and like the next day another 5. Like, I was 10,000 views. I went viral. That was 8 years ago. That was a massive amount of views for YouTube. And I was like, oh man, maybe people think I'm funny. Like, so I just decided I was just going to keep this character, because every character in the roofing industry I've met is a little bit of BDR. I can take an idea. I meet some crazy ass roofer and I hear some story about him. I'll take that and make a video about that, right? Or it might even be a construction worker that, you know, there's just some characters in the construction industry, right? That, you know, there's extremists, right? There's a lot of drinking and drugs, you know, as we know, there's addiction. It's prevalent in the industries. And so I just kind of take all that information and then I've seen, and I just kind of develop a comedy sketch about it. And a lot of it is because people with addiction if they can't laugh at themselves, they'll never recover, right? So people that have recovered addictions and recovered alcoholics, they look at my videos and they can laugh at themselves, and they can finally get over those speed bumps in their life. So I know a lot of people that come to me and they're like, man, you've helped me through my tough times because you're comedy, right? Some people don't see it that way because they don't understand. And that's where you get the haters from. They don't understand the construction worker, right? So they just think that I'm destroying an industry or I'm destroying my image, which I'm not. I'm actually creating joy for people in my industry. These are my people, right? And a lot of people don't see it that way outside of the industry. But if you're in the industry, you guys, just like you guys, you all know exactly what I am and what I do and why I do it.
Yep. It's attention. It's absolutely brilliant. We laugh our asses off every single time. I was doing my morning walk when you released Fuck Yourself this morning. And I'm not going to lie. I talked to you about it earlier. I was pretty disappointed because I tried really hard to angle to be in that video. That'd have been pretty badass to have been in the video and then had, the BDR on our podcast the same day. But that didn't work out. But that's an amazing.
All right, guys. I'll get another video. I'll get you guys an upcoming video when I get back to Florida. I promise you.
I appreciate it. You mentioned being a musician. Okay. So we recognized your talents because you've put some videos out and you've done some songs, but you're a very talented, serious musician, right? And to me, that's the coolest thing. You're a very diverse character, really, as a human being. And it can be, Josh, the man here who can be very serious, all the way to BDR, who's, getting high and drinking beers on the roof. How do you separate all that stuff? I know you're a family man. I know you've got all that stuff going on. How do you keep all this stuff separate? You just mash it all together and just kind of live, or?
Yeah, I went to just for instance, I was at my kid's baseball tournament, and she's in grade 8, my oldest daughter, and like dozen kids at the Bigg Time. They're like, you should be watching that show, guys, but they fuck, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it is, I can't ever, people see me as that. I mean, people that know me, it is I'm a very funny guy. I like to have fun all the time. I mean, it's just the BDR is I always say the BDR is kind of me too. I mean, every actor has a little bit of themselves in the characters they play. I was a partying when I was younger, doing drugs and everything else. I don't do it anymore. As you can see, I'm making fun of myself. And I often say that the BDR is me if I never stopped partying. It's just what it became, right? If I didn't smarten up, right? But yeah, it's with the kids. They are in the videos too. My kids have been in several different commercials with me. They're listed actors in the industry. We had them in a Kraft Dinner commercial a couple years ago that was aired on the Super Bowl, right? Oh. Right now, I'm still the face of Dobundin, which is a cough candy in Germany. It's still being aired right now. It's been on for 4 years. I still get royalties from that. So I don't really push to do much because I like to be me. I like to show people, be yourself. Don't worry about losing followers. Don't worry about losing contracts. And I don't really push I don't want to be super famous and be on Hollywood movies. No, I just want to be that character that everyone in the industry says, yeah, that's him. He stay true to what he does. Right? Don't lose yourself in your social media, right? Don't worry about losing your followers. Worry about losing yourself. And I've always maintained that image, and I've kept that, and I just stay strong with it, and people appreciate it, You guys appreciate it too.
We appreciate the hell out of it. There's no doubt about that. Jeremy, you got anything you'd like to add? Eric, anything you guys would like to ask BDR while we've got him here? I know Eric is kind of starstruck now. He doesn't really have much to say. It's very atypical of Eric. He normally is
just starstruck. Yeah, the Lord's here.
I guess, yeah. Lord Bigg Time. Lord Bigg Time's here.
Want to see me drink a beer with my butthole?
Yes. Eric's been asking for that all day.
I didn't think we were gonna do that on Facebook.
Eric was asking for it all day.
No, I don't know. What was I don't know.
Well, you guys heard of the Mr. Freedom. I do Mr. Freedom too. Kind of like a Patriot. That's kind of more or less me, right? So I actually performed our song Freedom that's available on Spotify. It's one of my other songs. So we're putting out more serious music too now. So I have another song coming out this week called This Town that's about the movement in Canada, about the trucker movement. So I'm trying to diverse that way. I'm trying to do a little more serious stuff now. And I started a production company. You got some Bigg Time Productions. We do all the commercials for Prime Line Tools Canada. We do media marketing as well. And I work with Mark Charbonneau, who plays Richard or Dick, the homeowner. That's my partner. So as you can see, the quality has gotten better over the years. That's since I partnered up with Mark and we started a business. So it's in that sense, it's growing that way, right? So Bigg Time Productions is basically the best damn roofer now.
What's the most questionable video you ever put out that you actually question?
The questionable one. We put a couple questionable ones out there that got some really bad flack, like the one where I toilet plunged my genitals and then forced my wife to give me a blowjob. People don't like that one. Although Tanya writes these jokes with me and we do them, people are like, this guy's abusing his wife. Like, it was her idea.
That's nuts. It's her idea.
So I've lost. If you go back to my first YouTube channel, I lost 400 videos. They took the channel down. So I'm on my second YouTube channel, my third Facebook, my second Instagram, and my seventh TikTok account. Right. So,
so this guy's the original Blippy. He just never turned into Blippy.
I always tell people like they might delete my page or whatever, but I'm a congenital ward. I'm gonna come back. Much as you don't want.
Oh, that was the line from your video today that made me crack up the hardest. No, we have genital warts. That was brilliant.
And that's Mark's wife. So that's literally Mark's wife too, right? So she's a good sport. She doesn't mind. As you can see, she's right into the videos with us. So
it's amazing. And I love watching the concepts that you guys come up with. You know, like you said, it's evolved over time. And I think that that's the coolest thing about it is you've just kept it going and kept doing it and getting better and bigger and more well-known. You talked about Prime Grip as a sponsor. Like, I mean, that's a pretty massive sponsorship. Is this all just based on your videos?
All their marketing and media campaign, like I run their media, all their production media. I'm their tool developer now, so we're working on a whole line of tools, and basically I'm branding them to. Like people didn't know who Primeline was. They're always in the stores around here, but now we've actually I'm their brand ambassador and their marketer. I'm just like we are like I'm part of their family now. So they're a family operated company, been in Canada for 35 years. And I'm just helping them develop tools that they so they have a roofer developing tools for roofers, right? So it's really helping them grow their business, and it's helping them grow. We're trying to launch to the U.S., so we'll be pushing some new tools. We have the best damn hammer coming out. We've got the best damn ripper coming out. Got new knee pads. I got a bunch of unique tools that are on their way, and you'll see that shortly. So that's kind of where I'm going to push my careers into sales over the next few years. And we'll be sticking with Primeline for I think that's going to be my life there with Primeline. So they're family now. So
it's awesome. That's a true success story. So you're still doing the roofing on a daily basis, right? I mean, you're still up there swinging hammers, putting the metal roofs up, and doing that as your primary. What's your window to get the hell out of doing that stuff? It's still fun, I guess. It's got to be, right? I mean, that's the only reason you're doing it, because I don't think at this point you need to.
Right? So I'll work alone on a steel roof most of the weeks. I work alone. I like working alone. I'm always like that's where I find myself. That's where I'm at my best. I find I'm like that's where I find that's where I perfected myself. That's where I center myself. That's where I find my peace. And like today, it was a really hot day. I laid 6 square and go home. I'll do a big project over a week or so. And clients know that I put every shingle on. They're happy. And but seeing myself get off the roof, probably another 10 years, maybe even longer. Just because if I get off the roof, the character's done. The sales are done. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm making videos about install videos, so I'll still always be on the roof. I think just maybe not as much. But
I like it.
I'd love to be off yesterday, but
yeah, I can appreciate
you can't be the
it.
best roofer if you don't roof, right? So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's true. The persona's got you. That's awesome though. That we wouldn't want anybody other than the best damn roofer out there doing it anyways. And how can our people get a hold of Prime Grip? How can they show support for you, because you've got a shit ton of fans. We were there at the conference, and I mean, we had to go ahead. Some guy was wearing a Prime Grip hat. We had to grab it and run. Do what?
I said ship some our way. We'll review them.
All right, for sure. We'll review them all. We got the best damn roofing company in the United States, so we're happy to do that.
Well, we're going to start working with a lot of companies more, especially with the with Lee's company, Sky Diamonds, and Aggie. Planning on doing some business with them and getting out there more because it is the roofing capital of the world. So that's where I find myself going to be doing business is in Florida. But if you guys want, the products that I sell are all on my bestdamnroofer.com. So anything there from my merchandise to the tools that I sell. And the new tool line's not out yet. It's in the works. So we're just hanging out the prototypes, fixing all the the bugs on them, and making some new tools. We're developing a whole new hatchet for roofing, which is I think going to be a game changer for a lot of roofers, and I'm really excited for that. So that's what I'm using right now. I actually have my own hammer that I designed, and I use it every day. So it's a neat thing. I can't show it because I don't want to release it yet, but I've literally designed my own tools I'm using at work. We have benders, we have stuff I can't really talk about yet because it's in development, but it's gonna be something that I never thought I would do. And you can go down to the local hardware stores. You can see my scrapers there with my name on it, which is pretty unique. It's pretty unreal sometimes, right? But I just keep roofing.
Yep, it's pretty awesome, to be honest. It gives hope to everybody out here that, hell, one of these videos we do might go viral one day, and we might end up being. I'm trying to work on Attic Breeze right now. Attic Breeze, if you're watching, this is the third week of me requesting a sponsorship. But
this is the one possibility, one chance that we might have.
But if they don't give you a sponsorship, I'll make a smear campaign against them. How about that?
There you go. See, we'll start talking crap. What's up? Yeah. We do have some sponsors, though. We've got a hot sauce for a sponsorship. I mean, you can't really mess with that. And we've got a major roofing sales consultation coach as a sponsor. So we're doing all right for Keeping It Rio. What, Eric?
Well, no, we could talk to Primeline. We could maybe see if they'd be interested in sending some sponsors. There you go. I do have a big voice of Primeline. I get to do whatever I want with those guys. I don't like to tell them, but I'm the boss around there. So,
right. Primeline would be amazing. I'd be happy to do anything with that. We'd like to continue the affiliation with you because we consider you a friend in the industry, a friend of everything that's good. You're standing up and using your platform for, like you said, you're at the forefront basically of what's going on in your country and trying to use what you've built and developed to help people. It kind of sucks that you get a little bit of, bullshit from some people, but that's the way the world is. I guess it wouldn't be as fun if you didn't have that, but, dude, kudos to you. I'm super happy you're on our show. And, like I said, you're the man. Everybody in the industry laughs and loves you. And, here's Joy. She says that the hot sauce is the bomb. Thank Thump for me. So, yeah, get a cheap little plug in for Thump hot sauce. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time. I know it's 7:30 in Canada and you're there at home with your family, so we appreciate it. Is there anything else that you would like to say while you're here on our show? We support you fully in everything that you're working through right now, everything you got going on. What can we do to support you and how can we be of service?
Well, if you guys want to check out my new tunes, they're on Spotify. Go to besthammerford.com. You can check out the tool line. You can see some of the stuff that we got coming out. And we got a new T-shirt that came out today, and it's called the Lizard Slayer, because that's what I call the leftist mob, the lizards. So it's my new shirt. So if you want to support Bigg Time, you buy a Lizard Slayer shirt. So
I'm going to buy one today.
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Yep. Yeah, that's Eric's thing. Eric's Kaboom. You got Bigg Time. You got Kaboom over here. Eric does this whole thing with sports cards, and he's got his own persona. But Jeremy's got a question.
No, I was gonna say hit him with the Kaboom. Hit him with the.
That's not as funny.
Oh, I love the Kaboom.
It's only funny when Eric does it. You want to do it, Eric? Would you like to usher out Lord Bigg Time and thank him with your signature tagline? Do it for the people.
I was just gonna say, I'll train. I'm ready to fight.
Oh,
fight you all. I'll give you the fucking Kaboom. How's that?
We're setting this up. Lee is gonna watch this. I promise. Lee's the man, and I'm gonna make damn sure that Eric and BDR get to be the main event. And you get a full year to train this time. You're highly competitive on like 2 days of drinking beers because you're out in the field. Eric, hey. You got balls, my friend. He's had a half a beer tonight. He's grown up in front of our eyes, and he's ready to throw down with BDR. So
we do one where we drink first. We do 12 beers each. Who's the better man?
I'm down. That's the best way to do this.
I think Eric could be competitive in that. Actually, I believe Eric could be competitive.
Let's do it. That's the way. That's the only way.
Hey, thanks again, guys, for having me. I really appreciate it, buddy. You guys are doing great. And I was actually serious about the sponsorship with Primeline. If we can send you some stuff and help you guys. Maybe get affiliated with the tool company. You guys are doing good work. You're doing positive things for the industry. So I gladly stand behind you with Primeline. And you got my number. So you just give me a holler, buddy, and we'll talk about that later on.
Absolutely, Lord Bigg Time. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we'll have you on again sometime. But this is definitely the highlight of our podcast thus far, 68 episodes in. And that's why this one was titled Best Damn Episode. So we
Yeah.
appreciate it, Lord Bigg Time. Thank you. And keep on fighting for freedom, keeping the good fight. We're going to keep on cheering for you, and anything we can do to help out, we're always here, bud. So thank you. Have a good evening, my friend.
All right.
Keep on keeping it Rio.
There you go.
That's cool.
Cool. So there you go, Eric. I got you a fight. Like I told you, you're going to be fighting our friend BDR. What do you think about our guest, man? I think that was an amazing guest we had on here tonight. I wish he could have been a little more vocal, but I like the fact that you called him out for a fight at the end. That's the Eric
was
Trugel we know
talking
and
a
love,
lot.
baby.
He had a lot to say, and I was interested. It was interesting. So it was this hard to like try to cut him off.
I understand.
But I threw the fight out at the end, just so he knew. So you knew.
Lord Bigg Time just sent me a text. He said, "Send the link so I can share." So we'll do that. We'll do that in just a second.
We're gonna have some viewers this week. Oh
Eric, if you had any idea what was going on, you would have been scared. You would have shit yourself if you knew what was going on. Because I see the numbers and promise, we're famous now.
Oh my God, we're famous now. We need to end the show now because that's a good one.
Now we're just getting started. I've got some really good ones coming up. Did you see the one that I did this week on Tuesday with Brandon from Brandon J Roofing over in St. Louis? Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, I started watching that, but for some reason, is it on Tuesdays whenever they pop on and they have to be live?
There you go. What's up?
Woo, Ant. He knows.
What is up? 12K, buddy. We just had 12,000 viewers, Eric. Do you believe that?
That's not what he said. That's not.
That's what he said. Put it back up.
It's not.
You count.
Anthony don't lie, man. He don't lie.
He's going to be on our show next week. Anthony actually is going to be our
Now
fourth.
I should have been more vocal. I should have been more. I should ask more questions. I had some lined up too.
Hey, we just got a sponsorship from Prime Grip, though. Everybody should go out and buy Prime Grip tools and use them big time. I think that was pretty.
He has his hat. I gave him the hat.
Anthony has a Prime Grip hat. You know who else was wearing a Prime Grip hat? I was in Tyler the other day. Roy Brumbaugh from ASAP Roofing, the CEO.
I got Roy.
You got the hat for Roy. I remember he was wearing it proudly because I even told him we're going to have Bigg Time on the show. So that's pretty amazing. Lord Bigg Time, BDR, Mr. Freedom. Definitely go get his songs because the truth of the matter is the guy is very, very talented and he is a very diverse individual, right? I mean,
oh man,
yeah.
Definitely.
I love that he's going to kick Eric's ass in a cage fight, though. That to me is the highlight of the entire Keepin' It Rio 68th episode. We're getting you the ticket, dude. Lee Haight, make this happen, buddy. Lee, we've got our first guy, Lee.
Yeah, we're just joking. We're just messing around.
Lee, Eric,
we're doing it. Remember, if we're doing it. We're doing 12 beers first.
Yeah, that's gonna be
exactly, dude. I'll sanction that. I don't care. We'll do it in the parking lot.
We're gonna pour them into pitchers. Chug the pitchers at a time.
That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, Eric, how's everything going with you today? We're going to go back to the regular Keepin' It Rio here, have a little bit of fun, and then we'll get off here. We're certainly thankful for our guest, and that was the highlight. But what about your day? I was over there with you and Tyler earlier this week, and you were kind of fidgety, you were kind of messed up a little bit, and
view count went to hit 12,000.
Still pretty high. Still pretty high, bro.
We're out down to 2.
Still pretty high, bro. I don't know. One of these days, Eric's gonna be like, "Damn, this is legit." Like we legitimately get legitimate guests, and we have legitimate stuff going on. I know it's a character that Eric's playing. He's like the BDR of Keepin' It Rio.
It's fun. We're just having fun.
We're having fun.
Day was great. Finalized some things today. Got some, took care of. Got some solar things scheduled. So we'll be installing very soon.
You're doing great with solar, Eric. You signed a deal, on Monday, Tuesday this week?
Yep. And then I got a roof, and then I've got City Hall to look at tomorrow. And so, a lot of good things are starting to pop off. Colin just got another roof for us, and Johnny's sending out estimates, and Johnny went and did some realtor and insurance agent visits today, some candy jars.
Would you say that Rio Blanco is like killing it right now? Sort of. We've got a build going up tomorrow here in San Antonio, and happy to be here for that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
We've done some solar stuff down here. We turned in a solar presentation today to a nice young lady who I feel fairly confident. She likes what we had to offer. And then also we went back and we called some of our former clients that we've done roofing work for, and we mentioned that we now have solar as well. And we got a proposal that we've requested for you to do for us on that one. So I think solar is a big deal. And I think if you live in San Antonio, Tyler, College Station, or anywhere around those areas, I believe we're about to do one in Fort Stockton. Correct, Jeremy?
Yep, my parents want it. So Eric, shout out to you, man. Thank you for all the help on solar for sure. You definitely are killing it, and man, I appreciate you guiding us through this little venture.
Yeah,
But yeah, my parents are very interested. I'm interested, so let's go. Let's go solar.
Start putting things together. Yeah, you have good advantage there in San Antonio.
San Antonio definitely has some good solar rebates.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. We're here in San Antonio, Eric. Tell us a little bit about the value that we can provide our clients here through rebates and tax benefits through going solar with Rio Blanco through our partnership with ASAP Solar.
Exactly. Yep. Perfect. But yeah, it's awesome. You can take advantage of a 26% tax credit that's going to be, shrinking at the end of this year to 22%. And another thing in San Antonio and Houston areas, there's rebates that are offered. So you have an opportunity to take advantage of up to $2,500 rebate, which rebates and credits are different. Rebate, you actually have the opportunity to get some money back to you instantly. Tax credit, you take advantage with your taxes. But yeah, so much. And then there's even possibility in San Antonio for $500 extra for using Mission panels.
And those are all available here in San Antonio, correct?
Yeah, that's why they're local to that area. So yeah,
we've got local panels. That's what we told the lady today, that our panels are made here locally, and she was very excited about that. So
it sounds like the lady you guys are working with, she kind of knows what she wants. She wants to have a carbon footprint, right? Kind of impact.
She wants to be green, man. We went to her house and she had all the lights turned off, and she's very aware of her usages and all that stuff. And, she was asking the questions because she was looking at the numbers. And I mean, obviously we just kept saying, we can call Eric. We can call Eric. I even told her I'm just the face and the personality of the company, and I'm definitely not the brain, which kept us in the game, got her laughing, And I said, Eric is neither the personality nor the face, but he's the brain. So we'll have you deal with him.
We don't know what
Jeremy's the total package, but me and Eric kind of cancel each other out. I'm like super good. He's like super bad. We kind of meet in the middle. It's all good, right? Anyway, so it's solar.
Hundreds don't want to be hanging out with 50s.
I'm a 75, dude.
That's not good.
What can I do? I'm a solid
you need to
C+.
hang out with hundreds.
I'm a C+. Although, look, hey, Jeremy was here today. We did have a homeowner I hadn't seen in like 3 years, and she was all like,
"Oh yeah,
you're looking really good." So I mean, Jeremy even heard her say it. So,
to you, I was like, to
me, they all say that to Jeremy. I assumed.
No, I was like, isn't that every day? I
assumed it too. Yeah,
it was just doesn't recognize Chuck now. He's lost a lot of weight and he's looking good, slim and trim, right, Chuck?
Yeah, I wish that the old fat me would have done like some devious things now, because I could just walk around plainly in public and nobody'd even know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of awesome, right? But hey, check this out. I went golfing this week with JoJo. I wish you could have gone with us, Eric. It would have been a lot of fun. We went to that what's it called? Pine Springs over there in Tyler.
In Tyler.
I'll be honest, man. It was a public golf course, which I haven't played on a public golf course in a while. I played four rounds of golf and PGA and country club. I've never been to one of those things, but I did, right? And it was like, okay, let's see what the regular people have to go and mess around with out here, right? So I will say this: JoJo played like a PGA professional. This dude, he would have made the cut for like Augusta with his round. I'm not even kidding. He shot at 88, dude. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. JoJo shot at 88. That's not bad, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't even know what my score was. I don't even keep score. I just go and have fun. And the cool thing is, I got this new golf club that Clint gave me. And dude, I can smash it. I actually ripped a golf ball in half. And I will say this, someone called me out for it, which I banned that dude from my Facebook and blocked him.
Nice.
So
What did they call you out for? Fake
saying
ball?
I didn't really break the golf ball and then try to say it was because the golf ball was cheap. It was a freaking top flight. Like, it was a
Cheap.
badass golf ball. It was a $5 per golf ball. Rio Blanco green.
Per
No,
box.
Eric, Jeremy
30.
saw him. I'm
$5
not taking
30.
your opinion on this. You don't know. The guy got mad and he said that I did it because the thing was cheap and it wasn't like wound up rubber bands anymore. It's like foam. I didn't make the golf ball. I hit the golf ball no matter what it
He's
would
like,
have
I
been made
broke the
of.
golf
That would have happened. I ripped it in half. What do you think? You ever ripped a golf ball in half, Eric? I smashed it too, and it just.
Yeah, I'll do that next time.
All right. I want to go play at that golf course again because I'll be honest, it's extremely forgiving. It's not like Holly Tree. Like JoJo was spot on. He's like, if you would have hit that shot at Holly Tree, it would be like way out in the trees. As it is here, there's very little trees. There's only a few ponds. So you can drive across like 5 fairways and you can still hit it back over to where you need to be. And I mean, I got 2 pars. I didn't get a birdie like I did that one time, but I got 2 pars. I got a ton of like 7s and 8s. And I got to admit that you can definitely tell the difference between a public golf course and a country club in the way that the grass is maintained, the way that it's taken care of. I honestly believe that there was like Kentucky bluegrass growing in the greens of this one. And it had all the little things where the old holes were, all the little indentations. So it was like your putt's coming at it and then it's like, and it like goes all weird and all kinds of cuss words. But it would have been fun if you were there, Eric, because you're just a fun guy. You're a character. We love hanging out and just having good times, right? We had some good times this week. What did we do this week, Eric? Me and you. We had a meeting on Monday, right? That was kind of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else?
Went to lunch.
Where'd we go? I don't even remember. Where did we go?
I could never tell you the name of it, even if it was just told to me.
It was a Mexican restaurant. It was
Right.
like La Taquera, El Taxo,
Flora, something.
Flora.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you have to ask
Well,
Johnny.
Got
So that
you
was
guys.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anything else good going on this week? We're ready to wrap up Keeping It Real. I'm ready to call it a day. How about you, Eric?
Yep. Big day tomorrow.
What you got going on tomorrow? Tell the fans.
I told you. I already said it.
Do it again. I wasn't listening. How's that make you feel?
That's fine. No one's watching anyways.
Oh
There's
my
people
God.
watching, bro. Next week, we're going to have our new 4th panel member who's going to be a permanent fixture of our program moving forward. It's going to be Ant, who is the local legendary DJ here from San Antonio. Also, a superstar roofing guy here at Rio Blanco. He's making some funny little videos. He was traveling beside us today, and he had his phone out the window. And then we found out he was making a little time-lapse video of the green machine. But we want to give a shout-out to Ant. We see he's watching. Poor guy was victimized over the weekend. He got the same fate that my Dodge got, which is no catalytic converter. And I'll be honest with you, it sounds badass, but it's got to kind of suck. I mean, it's not really what you're looking for when you have like the limited edition, brand new Tundra that's like loaded. You're not trying to sound like NASCAR. But anyway, Jeremy, what's your forecast for the rest of the week? What do we got going on tomorrow?
Roof bill going up. What else do we have? For sure, that's going up. But yeah, just got a few more inspections, I believe, and maybe a couple of repairs. I know Brett's in town, so he's knocking out a lot of repairs, knocking out a lot of warranties. I guess we don't not a lot, but we had one that we just kind of touched up on, and that's it. Try to get some more solar, baby.
Trying to get some solar. That's what we're doing. We're focusing on that. We're focused on commercial. We finished the commercial job 2 days ago over there in College Station. That went off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's looking great here at Rio Blanco. It's coming up roses across the board. We're all having fun. We're all excited. Makes everybody really happy to be here. So I appreciate you guys. I do want to give a shout out. I know we don't do our shout outs anymore, but I'd like to give a shout out to Joy, our office manager, who's probably watching. Joy watches every episode. If not tonight, then probably tomorrow.
I make fun of her every time.
Because she's a big fan. Joy is a super
You make
fan,
fun of
not
her?
just of
Every
Keeping It
time
Real,
I'm
but of
like,
the
I can't
company.
believe you're watching that crap.
Eric.
I can't believe it either, Eric. I don't know. Man, you're a great one. But thank you, Joy, because every time I call Joy, I have something that's like, hey, I need you to do something real quick for me. Like, call this guy and set up this garage door painting and, like, tell this dude that there's going to be there in, like, 10 minutes. And it always gets done. Eric wasn't here before Joy that much. See, look, she does watch. She appreciates this because, Joy, we appreciate you.
What's going to be the next thing?
What?
That she comments.
It says Eric is a dickhead, but I'm not going to post that. Just kidding. Just kidding. That was my commentary. But we appreciate that, right? I mean, that's good stuff. Before Joy was at Rio Blanco, Eric was not here very long before that, but Jeremy was. You remember what kind of a disaster this was when I was trying to do all the paperwork and trying to do all that stuff and, like,
taking phone calls,
making phone calls.
What do you mean, Chuck? I was in that weird office before Joy started.
That's true, but not for very long.
I know, but taking those weird calls.
Like, Jeremy was here directly, and he knows how bad I am at all that stuff. And somehow, by the grace of God, Rio Blanco was still standing.
Chuck passed all the phones to
everything
me.
to Joy.
No,
I passed them all to Jeremy. That's why I promoted him to branch manager, because I didn't want to have to be on the phone anymore.
And I can tell Joy, I mean, that's a tough job because, man, that phone doesn't stop ringing, and it's just the weirdest people.
Damn. Crazy
times.
Way to call all of our customers weird, Jeremy.
Not all of them.
Those are usually the ones that we don't end up working
with them.
Our customers already call us directly because they know who we are and they know who they want to work with.
And they're all referrals. Yeah, we get the good ones.
We get the good referrals. We got referrals today. We got multiple referrals today. We get multiple referrals on a daily basis. Yeah, and we got a solar quote by going back and helping one of our previous clients who we did a roof for exactly 3 years ago tomorrow.
Yep.
So
and I just got a text about trying to get solar right now. So, yeah.
There you go, Eric. We're doing it, buddy. We're going to be the solar kings of the roofing world in Texas and everywhere else. So everybody else is good. Anybody got any wisdom before we call it a day here on the 68th Best Damn episode? Eric, we did have it got cut a little short because you were here, but we did give a shout out to Ben Menchaca at the beginning. We definitely don't want to lose sight of that because that was a pretty big blow for the industry. So we appreciate that, and we like to end with that. Thank you guys for watching Keeping It Real. I've got a couple cool interviews set up for next week for the individual, the ones that Eric says are the good ones. I think these are the good ones, though, myself. These are the most fun. They're only fun when Eric and Jeremy are on it. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Thank you all for watching. BDS. What's that?
No, nothing. Tonight. This was the biggest one. BDR.
You
were actually here, too. That's the cool thing, because now I can say Eric was on the highest rated show, because the one that was highest rated before you were not on. And
might have been a sign.
Could have been. Like I said, Ant's going to be here next week. We can be flexible with our host if we want.
Is he taking my spot?
Potentially. We're talking about that. That's exactly what we were talking about today at lunch.
We'll dry run him next week.
Yeah, see what happens.
I'll be on the guy. I'll be commentating on the back.
Ooh, there you go. Maybe that's what we need. We need Eric as the guy trash talking on the comments. We don't have that anymore. I quit posting this on LinkedIn, and that guy, Buddy, like, he was the guy that was the trash talker. I felt bad for him, so I quit posting it on there because
that was my boy.
He kept asking me for a job, and I just, I didn't have anything for him. I felt bad. So, anyways, Keeping It Real, episode 68. Next week, we've got a couple awesome ones. Episode 75. Did we discuss what we're going to do? Did anybody tell you yet, Eric, what our plan for episode 75 is of Keeping It Real?
You're coming to San Antonio, sir.
You need to come to San Antonio if you can. Please. We definitely don't ask you for much. Look, here's Ant. He's already ready, man. He's like, hell yeah, taking over Eric's spot.
Take it over.
Go on.
Okay, so we did have the idea today that for episode 75, we are going to have special guests already that have already been booked for the special occasion. This will be a big show.
Why is it so big?
75 is a big number, dude. Most people don't make it to 10. We're going to be at 75.
Anybody can force it that long.
It's not forced, bro. You should see the people that are reaching out wanting to be on here. Jeremy knows, and
75
really,
hard,
that's all that
baby.
matters. You're that guy that's out on the island. You're the little bit weird cousin that everybody puts up with because he's funny. But at the end of the day, me and Jeremy talk, and we both know what we really think here.
Let's do 100. Wait for 100.
But you didn't hear what we're gonna do for this episode. We can do 100. Trust me. For 100, I think we're like. We're having a bounce house, a dunk tank. We're getting drunk. We're having BDR on here. We're doing whatever for 100. Mud wrestling. There you go. You and BDR, mud wrestling.
12 beers.
After 12 beers. So what we were talking about, we've got special guests already reaching out, wanting to be on episode 75, as it is a historic episode, right? We're going to have a thump sauce wing eating contest. Look at Eric now. Serious face, right? We're having a wing eating contest, Eric, but check this out. So far, we only know of a couple flavors of thump, right? We know about buffalo wing. We know about spicy honey mustard. We know about the regular cayenne, and we know about the fiery, right? Those are the four we know about. You know about them. I mean, the bottle's right there. There's the buffalo wing. Beside the point right now. You're going to get some, trust me. There's going to be 6 flavors of thump, and we will be able to test all 6 on episode 75 because Anthony, our new host, has a commercial grade fryer. So we're going to go get a bunch of wings. We're going to cook them up. We're going to have a bunch of people probably come to the keepinitrio.com studio for this from San Antonio, and we're going to have an event, man. So, Eric, you're cordially invited. You are part of Keeping It Real, whether you want to be or not. And we believe that you should be a part of this because, you're just one of us, buddy. Can you commit to episode 75 being in San Antonio? Why? You commit to driving to Spring to meet people that I've already talked to, but you won't drive here one time to be part of the celebration of this glorious event.
I'm not
known as Keeping It Real.
Right now.
Do you know that we're almost coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Keeping It Real?
Wow.
I think the
the first week of July
ends before that episode.
Right.
I got to make it through this quarter.
What do you mean? You're going to make it.
We'll see.
All right. So anyways, it's Keeping It Real. We appreciate everybody. We are going to have a wing contest for episode 75. I'm throwing it out to the world. We've already discussed it with K Socialized Media. We've discussed it with Leanne. I think we're going full bore on this one. Today's the 16th, Eric. We do have an event coming up in Tyler, don't we? You and I have an event here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to get in the way of Keeping It Rio now, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I might not be going to our event because Keeping It Rio to me is very important.
Is that why you scheduled it, Eric?
I didn't schedule it.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that. So anyways, it is what it is. But what are we going to be doing on the 30th? From what time to what time at what location?
I think we're doing 4 to 7, and we're doing it at the United Way.
4 to 7 United Way. Rio Blanco Roofing is having a event.
Yep, just
we're putting on an event for the community, right?
We're gonna realtors, insurance agents, and more of a mixer, other businesses, and let them know what we can do. But we're also giving out food. Food truck's gonna be there. It's gonna be awesome.
Food truck from who? Where?
Lapidas.
Ooh, I'll definitely be there. We will do Keeping It Real live from the event, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I will find. Huh?
You're gonna probably have to.
I will. I'll bring all the stuff. It'll be awesome, Eric. We're going to be famous.
We'll interview different people from the event.
For sure. We'll do it live. So there you go. We're going to have people live. We're going to say, come on our show. Come be on our podcast. There you go. Episode 75. We're having a wing contest on the 30th. We're going to go live from the event that Rio Blanco is having in Tyler at the United Way. That's pretty much it. You guys got anything else to say? Are you ready to end it? Done. Jeremy's going to go watch the NBA Finals. What about you, Eric? Who's up? Boston's up 3-2? No? Other way around?
It could end tonight. Warriors could take it.
Oh, they've got 3. Is it 3-2 Golden State?
Yep.
So we're hoping that Boston wins. We force a game 7 for TV ratings purposes. And then who's going to ultimately win? Who's got the bigger market there that's going to make more money off of it?
Both doesn't matter on this one.
Warriors.
The
They both
Warriors.
have the same market.
We're going for it then. Appreciate you guys very much. Thank you,
Brett-
fans,
Brett
for
said
keeping it
Warriors.
Rio. I got us to the 1 hour mark, so we're good now.
That's what you were going for?
Yeah, we're
Seriously?
15 seconds away. I'm going to end
Oh
it now.
my
So
God.
thank you for
Oh,
watching.
keeping it
Keeping it Rio. Adios.